Good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome you are all here at an ETHGlobal event, and we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem, and we do this by running hackathons. Yeah, that one guy. This is a hackathon. What makes these events different is our focus on a few key things. We want to focus on builders. Everybody here is here to build something exciting to them, not to somebody else in the world. Our goal here is to make this place an opportunity for you to learn, get help, and grow as individuals and upskill yourselves as developers. And the most important thing is that we believe showing is way more important than telling, which is why just presentations are not allowed at the end of this event. You have to show working code or working projects. We started a lot of this almost 7 years ago in a small town called Waterloo. And since then, we've grown and been able to go across a lot of different places in the world. Buenos Aires, Cape Town, South Africa. This is Amsterdam, Mexico, Tokyo, Lisbon, Waterloo again, Paris, New York, India, London, Sydney, Brussels just 2 months ago, and this is a photo from 6 years ago when we were last time in Singapore. This is our 4th hackathon for this year, and we're super excited to be back in Singapore for the 2nd time. Yes. I am personally very excited because so much has changed in our entire ecosystem. And the best part is we have 1,250 plus people in the building, all participating at this hackathon. And I can't wait to see what all of you get to contribute to the space and build over the next 3 days. Out of these almost 1,300 people, 930 of them are hackers from 58 different countries, and 31% of them are brand new to Web3. What does that actually mean? That means that these are 31% of them are actually existing developers from Web 2 trying to build something in Web 3 for the very first time. And that is actually our goal, convert people slowly and show them all the exciting things that you can do in the space. We have people from all across the world, representation from 6 different continents, all here in this room. And of course, amazing set of people from all across South Asia and Southeast Asia. So please give yourselves a massive round of applause. So many of you are also coming in for the very first time to an ETHGlobal event after participating in all the async ones, and I can't wait to meet all of you. Not only the hackers, we have 240 of them who are our ecosystem mentors. These are our founders, engineers, developers, product managers, DevRels from all the different protocols in this space here to help you, and 23 dedicated mentors whose job is to make sure that you get all the help you need to make your projects work really well and you solve all the bugs that you are facing. There's 23 workshops on how to use different protocols in this space that we've been doing. They all concluded just a couple of hours ago. And because this is not a conference, there are 0 talks this weekend. The focus here is to continue building. Yes, I'm sure a lot of you after this week are excited about that one. All right, let's get into it. Not only that, we have over $300,000 in prizes we're giving away, and you get to win a lot of cool things for integrating and using a lot of our amazing protocols in this space. And that's all thanks to 33 of our amazing partners. And a Chrome extension just got updated, which messed up a lot of this. 33 different partners. We'll resume the show. We'll Photoshop that out later. And this is the part where I want all of you to really gather all of your energy. And I only have enough energy myself to do this once. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to say all of their names as fast as I can. But I'm going to match the tempo of your claps. So the faster you clap, the faster I say these names. And the slower you clap, the more of a break I get. So it's up to you to decide how the next 20 seconds go. Are we ready for this? 33 incredible partners. Let's get started. I want to thank 1inch, AirDAO, Avail, Gnosis Chain, Mina, Sign, Uniswap Foundation, WorldCoin, Chainlink, Circle, Dynamic, ENS, Ethereum Foundation, Ethereum Singapore, Flow, Hedera, Hyperlane, Layer 0, Near, Nethermind, Oasis, Rootstock, The Graph, Phoenix, Gaia, Ledger, MetaMask, Linea, Morph, Nounstall, Fella, Pith, and Wallet Connect. All of these amazing protocols are giving away a lot of prizes, and you get to see and hear from a lot of them very soon. And on Sunday, we're going to tell you everything that you're going to win, and I'm going to try a round 2 of this same thing. Not excited about that, but it's going to be fun for all of you. So before we get into all the hacking stuff, I want to get suited here for telling you about all the important things you need to know. We're going to spend a few minutes on covering all the things here about what the venue looks like, all the activities that we're doing, how you can get help, all the prizes you can win, how the workshops and talks work, especially how judging is going to be set up, and if you're still looking to form a team or you're looking for members to join your team, how to take advantage of the next couple of hours. Most important rule, do not use Wi-Fi hotspots. Once you do that, you create a lot of secondary bands that interrupt everybody around you. We have equipped all tables with Ethernet ports. If something is not working as fast as you'd like on a Wi-Fi port, connect Ethernet to your computer. You'll get like 10 times more bandwidth immediately. Also, we've tested all the Wi-Fi hotspots, or not hotspots, spots with Wi-Fi in this building, and it's pretty good coverage. So if you're having any issues with internet not working in a corner, instead of just saying Wi-Fi is not working, tell us where you are so we can come, test it ourselves, get the technicians in, and make sure that spot is working as expected. But you should not run into any internet issues. Let's also talk about security. This is a 24/7 event, which means you can go in and out anytime, whether it's 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. And as part of the security measures, you need to have your wristbands and your lanyards with you at all times. There will be security here checking for both of these things. If you lose it, if you somehow magically lost it, which I've heard a lot of times, we will not be issuing a second wristband to you. So please make sure you do not take it off. And if you don't have any wristbands or your lanyards, we will not be letting you in. I said that again, but no wristband means no entry. Also, do not leave your belongings unattended. There's a lot of people here. All of you are going in and out. Some of you may want to take a nap. Please be responsible for your own valuable items. We are not liable for anything that you lose or if something gets stolen. We're going to do our best to make sure that everybody in this whole area is somebody who belongs at this event, but please do not wander off with your stuff just lying around on your tables. Also, don't make a mess. This is a venue that we're using. Keep it tidy. There's a lot of carpet. Please do not spill stuff. Makes it annoying for everybody. And speaking of a couple of the things that we have planned for you, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how this venue is set up. I'm going to come on this side. You are here on the main stage. You have to flip this on your end, but second half of this stage is also hacking area. On my left and your right is the biggest hacking area where everybody is, including all of our partners. But there's also a room across the hall that is also reserved for hacking, which is the back of the same hallway. There's about 1,000 of you that are going to fit in these 3 hacking spaces, and that's kind of primarily where everybody's going to be. We're going to be back here on Sunday for all the closing ceremonies. We're going to do the demos, show you where the projects are. There's also a baggage storage for people who want to keep their stuff with us. It is not monitored, so you can still keep stuff there, but we are not going to be doing a proper back check-in and code check. So please keep that in mind. It's just a space for you to use. And there's also going to be resting areas, which is the chill space. So you actually can take a break and relax and make sure that you stay healthy. In terms of highlighting all the meals that are going on, dinner you already had. There's going to be a midnight snack at midnight. Tomorrow we're going to have brunch, dinner, and another midnight snack. And on Sunday, you're going to have breakfast and lunch. And we're going to do a small cocktail reception all here in this area, not in the stage area where the dinner was earlier today. You can find all this information on the website, but to get you excited about what the midnight snack is, well, we're going to do sardine curry puff today and also the vegetarian spring roll. It's called midnight snack because it's going to be served at midnight. So for all of you that are hacking late, you get to enjoy some more amazing food in 3.5 hours. And tomorrow, we're going to repeat some of the stuff, which is the curry puffed potato and the chicken sauté pie, and that's tomorrow's midnight snack. There's also a selfie booth that gives you a digital copy of your photo. So if you have a team, you want to take a memory together, please check out the photo booth, which is just outside this hall. Get a photo, email to yourself, and share your excitement with everybody else. We're also going to be doing a couple of activities tomorrow. So tomorrow, there's a meditation and a sound healing session. There's going to be 3 of them at 10 a.m., 10:45 a.m., and 12:30 p.m. And those are happening in workshops room 2 and 3. And I'm super excited to say that tomorrow we'll be screening the Vitalik Ethereum Story documentary. That's the Ethereum film. And that's going to take place here on the main stage at 2 p.m. Anybody can come in and watch this. We're going to be playing this theater style. And you all get an early look at this movie. If you missed the premiere 2 days ago, well, we get to make this happen today for everybody who is here at the hackathon. It's going to be fun. And if you have not already picked up your swag bag, there's a lot of good stuff that we have for you, starting with the Tiger Bomb, which may come in handy if your projects are not working. We have amazing packing cubes for you to make your trips a lot easier. You get to enjoy a very simple and amazingly minimal t-shirt from Ethereum, from our hackathon. And we have a filter glass for you to make sure that you reduce some of that blue light and don't feel too bad about staring at your computers all day. And an amazing sticker sheet that preserves a lot of cool memories about Singapore. So check out the swag bag. It's all at the registration deck in case you didn't pick it up. And those were the key things you need to know about the venue. Let's kind of go into some of the other pieces that matter for the rest of the hackathon. Everything that we're going to communicate to you is going to be on Discord. If you're not on the Discord yet, head over to ETHGlobal.com/Discord. It's set up to be linked to your hacker dashboard, or your partner dashboard, or your volunteer dashboard, or your mentor dashboard. Any role you're playing here, it'll be linked to it, and it'll give you the permissions automatically, and you get to see all the right channels to understand what's going on. And when that happens, everything that we're doing and communicating will be on Discord. You get to see everything on the left sidebar. You'll see an ETHGlobal Singapore tab, and that's where all the channels are, that's where all the mentors are, that's where all of our partners are. So as a hacker, if you have any questions about how do I use this API or how do I use this SDK, you can ask that company directly your questions. If they're not at the booth, somebody will be monitoring it. And if we announce something, which is, hey, things are going on here, or we changed room 2 to 3 now, or any other small thing, we will announce it there first, and then communicate it to you by shouting it out loud in all the rooms. And this is where you get to ask for help as well. So if you have any questions about any technical issues you need help with, you get to post your questions there in our mentorship channel, and somebody will be there monitoring it to help address all of your questions. Everything else is going to be run on the website, and the schedule is the source of truth. So anything you see on the website for this event schedule, whether it's about when judging starts, when project submissions are due, when do I get my midnight snack, if it's not clear that it's going to be at midnight, all of that is going to be on ethglobal.com/Singapore on the schedule section. And let's not forget that we are here in person. Talk to each other. If you're having an issue with something that's not working, it's a very good chance you can shout it out saying, who knows this library, and have somebody raise their hand and help you out. That includes our partners, that includes other hackers. You don't have to take a role to help somebody out. We're here to help each other get better. So even if you're a hacker, go up to other hackers and see if there's something you can help with. And if somebody's stuck, let's make sure that we make them get unstuck. And you get to meet people from 59 different countries, from 6 different continents. How cool is that? I mean, I'm personally excited to meet so many of you. And I've already met so many of you that I've never met in person, but I've talked to you online. So it's going to be incredible. Now, let's talk about being on-chain. Our goal here is to get all of you to build for an on-chain world, but it's only fair that we also get to do the same with all of you. There's 2 things I want to talk about. The first is your wristbands, which are NFC enabled. And the second thing is a hacker pack, which applies to all the hackers here. Now, all of you have this wristband on, and in case you missed this, there's a very cool feature built into these wristbands. These wristbands are P256 curve compatible, which means that you can sign Ethereum transactions with your wristbands. That's right, every wristband is a proper Ethereum wallet that has a public key and a private key, and you can actually make things work, whether it's our hackathon projects or we've been scanning you for various things. These are all actually attestations going on chain, because these are proper Ethereum transactions actually happening and being signed. Thanks to ARCs, we have the SecP256K1 curve by these special chips. So we're excited to experiment with a lot of this, and we get to do cool things with all of the interactions here. If you scan someone else's wristband, you get to go to a URL to learn and actually connect with that person. If I meet you, I will scan your wristband, and I will know who I just met, and I also get to share information with you, which is, hey, here's my Twitter, or here's my email, and you get to both understand who you've met. And these are actually going to be on-chain attestations, so everything is being done on-chain, and we want to be very proud of that. You can head over to ethglobal.com/connect, or if you just scan anybody's wristband, it'll automatically take you to this page, and you get to see a whole history of all the cool people you've met this weekend. Now, there's another cool part of all of this, which is every time you scan somebody, you get to be part of a leaderboard on how many people you have met this weekend. Some of you may have already seen this. Some of you on this photo are actually in the audience that I can see. And the cool part is we want to have all of you meet new people. So the more you scan, the better we get to understand how everything works, how we get to make this experience cooler and smoother on interacting with NFCs and making things do on-chain. And there's going to be a massive leaderboard which shows who is the most connected person this weekend. This is from just 2 months ago, where Patricio came in second. So as long as it doesn't come in first this time, I think I'm going to call it a win again. And I want to see if I can beat Patricio again for round 2. I tried very hard last time. It did not work. So we'll see if this works now. And the best part is the top 3 people this weekend on the leaderboard are going to get 0.13 ETH each. So it's going to be really fun. Make sure you get to talk to them. And we know that you're going to try to game this thing, so you can't just walk up and scan somebody who's sleeping. They have to verify you on the other end. And only if it's a double opt-in is when it counts. So let's see if we can get started on actually meeting each other and making these friendships on-chain. The second thing I want to talk about for being on-chain is the Hacker Pack. If you have not already minted your Hacker Pack, which is a ERC-721 NFT by ETHGlobal that gives you access to a lot of cool things that leverage being on-chain and making things useful for you at the hackathon, you get to go to ethglobal.com/packs, click on the Hacker Pack, and this will get you set up for this weekend. You get to access a faucet of at least 13 testnet tokens. So anytime you're thinking about using a different L2 chain or any of our partners here and you need testnet tokens, you automatically can just claim those tokens and not have to worry about how do I get XYZ, or if I have to talk to a rep to get something. All those things go away. Also, as part of being a hacker, you're going to get a free ENS domain name, a free Lensed account, and a free Farcaster Warpcast account. You get to just do that directly by minting your Hacker Pack and claiming that automatically. And there's a lot more perks in there, including discounts to DEF CON. So we want to make sure that anybody who's building here is rewarded and gets to be better and better in this field. And all you have to do is click a button on ethglobal.com/packs. And also, if you want to use faucets for any token, you can head over to ethglobal.com/faucet. Now, let's talk about how the hackathon is set up. Hacking officially begins now, which means you have now 36 hours and 25 minutes. We're going to give you 25 more minutes than before, but you are ready to hack. And you can start working on your projects, and that means you can work on your projects with a team or individually. And if you are working with a team, you can work with up to 5 members. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people working on a project. You can only submit project once as a person, so you cannot be part of 2 teams. You have until 9 a.m. on Sunday to submit your projects. And here are the rules. Anything that you are building this weekend must be done from scratch. You cannot add a feature to something you've been working on from the past. You cannot convert something and deploy something you've already done to a different chain or a different L2 or just to a different destination. That's not going to count. It must be done from scratch so that it's fair for everybody participating and you are not starting off ahead of somebody else. Now, there's a big difference between I have to start everything from scratch and can I use things that are out there in the open source. And the answer is yes. We don't want you to start everything from scratch. If you find an open source project, whether it's an existing protocol that you already use in this space, or a lot of our partners have all these boilerplates that they've set up for you, you can clone any existing open source project and start from there. So whether it's a front end from an existing contract that you like for your favorite DeFi app, that is allowed. But if you're adding something that you've been working on, that is not allowed. All code must also be public so that we all get to inspect it and we can make sure that everybody followed the rules properly. And anybody who wins a prize is only eligible to receive that prize if they RSVP'd, which means go on your hacker dashboards now. If you do not see your team members listed on your team and you win a prize, anybody who's not listed is not going to get that prize. So please make sure everybody has properly RSVP'd and they have checked in. You are not allowed to hack remotely, so if you have not checked in today, your team members will automatically be kicked out by a script that we run, and they will not be able to participate in this event. So please make sure all of your friends and teammates are all checked in. We had 23 workshops already happen, and the best part is we do them before everything starts officially so that you get to reference all of that content at your own pace. Everything here is going to be covered on your Info Center, which is a big visible tab on your hacker dashboards. And any workshop that happened today was recorded and live streamed. So all you have to do is go to ETHGlobal.tv and pick the workshop room you want to see. And you get to pause, fast forward, zoom in, and basically watch everything again on demand instantly and learn and go back to referencing anything that you want to check again. Also, everybody who gave a workshop is in the building. So if you have any follow-up questions, you get to find those speakers and just ask them your follow-up questions. They are all in the hacking area. And if there's anything else that we missed, I'm sure there's going to be more questions. You can find anybody on the ETHGlobal team. You can ask that question on Discord. You can email us. You can find me, ask that question directly. We'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you. Let's quickly talk about mentorship. Luckily, it's going to be very easy for you to find the mentors. These are not construction workers in this building. They are here to make it very obvious that they are here to help you. So anytime you see somebody with this vest, it means they are one of our official mentors, and you can go up and ask them any question you like, and if they can't answer you, they'll route you to the right person and answer any of your concerns, help you basically fix any of those bugs or clarify anything that you're seeing. And there's also a dedicated mentor station, so you can also go there at the table in the other hall and basically get help by sitting down next to somebody who's their mentor instead of running around and finding somebody with this jacket. Now let's talk about the most important part, and that is judging. Submissions are due at 9 a.m. That's 36 hours and 20 minutes from now. And when you submit your project, you're going to be given a big and important choice. You get to pick if you want to be part of the main judging or just the partner judging. The important thing here is that both of these things are happening at the same time, which is 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Submissions are due at 9. You get 30 minutes to relax, adjust things, take a break, eat, use the bathroom, yawn, take a nap, all those things. And 30 minutes later, you get to go into the judging mode. Now, the difference between the two things is as follows. If you want to be a top 10 team for this hackathon, that's the main judging route, which means that you are going to be presenting your project to a set of judges who are not from any of the partners, so there's not any overlap or conflict of interest, and they get to pick the best top projects for this hackathon. It doesn't mean that you cannot qualify for the partner prizes. You also get both in both scenarios, but if you only pick the partner judging route, that means you are not going in for the top 10 teams as part of the hackathon, and you only have to demo your projects to the partners, and they look at and review your projects for any of the prizes that they're giving out, and they decide who wins their prizes. In either scenario, you are both qualified for any of the partner prizes, but you get to be one of the bragging rights recipients of being a top 10 team from this hackathon if you go in the main judging route. The important thing about partner judging is that we don't know what's going on in your head. If you forget to tell us that I wanted to apply for this partner's prize, neither we nor the partner would know that this is what you wanted. So please make sure that you click the right buttons to tell us that I want this partner's prize to be one of the things I want to be looked at. All that happens on your Hacker dashboard, and that means after you select the prizes, the partners will get a list of all the teams that applied for their prize, and they will be expecting you at their booths. You get to go to that booth, and you get to demo what you built, and they will ask you questions, they will look at things, they will review everything that you've submitted, which is your actual submission page, and you get to do this thing asynchronously because both of these things are happening at the same time. Oh, sorry, not asynchronously, out of order. Because if you also go for the main judging route, that means you have to first go present to the main judges and then go to the partner judges or the partners and demo what you built. So you can do that out of order. It's going to be first come, first serve. And the thing to remember here is that it does not work in your favor if you're going to try to win all the prizes by selecting and integrating all the partners. Because if you say, I'm going to try to win 7 prizes and also go the main judging route, you're going to have to present the same project 7 + 1 times in that same 2.5-hour window. And that's not going to work out well for you. That's from experience. So please make sure you're intentional about what you want to build. Do not try to do Frankenstein integrations. It just doesn't work out well for anybody. And anytime you pick a partner, you will have to present to each of those partners individually. So this is what judging looks like. On the main judging side, each team will be given 7 minutes to demo what they built. You will have 4 minutes to make a really, really good impression to all of our judges by showing what you built as a live demo. And then the next 3 minutes are going to be from our judges to have Q&A, and they'll ask you more questions. We recommend that you also record a video of your demo in case something goes wrong. You can always play that 4-minute video, but it's not required. And the most important piece is that we really recommend that you do not do this thing last minute. It will take you at least 30 minutes to fill out the submissions because you have to write a lot of detail and you have to actually link to lines of code for how you're using a different API and different SDK. You cannot do this thing 5 minutes before submission deadline. Please clear at least 30 minutes because you will have to justify all the prizes you're going for and how and why and how are you integrating this code and where, and that takes some time to prep. All of this happens on your dashboard. Tomorrow morning, you'll be able to see all those questions that you have to fill out, which means you can start early on looking at, hey, I had to fill out the about description, I need 2-3 screenshots, I need to know which technologies I have to talk about. All that stuff will be available to you, so don't worry too much about that, but make sure that you are ready for submissions ahead of time and not trying to do this thing last minute. Gist of it all is make your submission good, because the better you communicate how you build something, the more time you put in a good screenshot or a good video demo or a live demo or making your code super easily readable, the better it is for everybody to understand, because sometimes a partner will tell their other coworkers to check out your code base or look at your project submission, and if they don't see enough information, that only hurts you. So if you're doing a good job of describing exactly why you're building this and how you built it, or you have good screenshots that clearly show what happens or what should happen, that makes you stand out, and the more time you put into the submission, the better your chances of winning their prizes. Now let's quickly talk about our code of conduct. Everything is going to be very simple and easy to follow. All of our rules and code of conduct is on ethglobal.com/rules, but the gist of it is please be respectful to everybody in this space. Harassment of any form is not going to be tolerated. If somebody is behaving the way they shouldn't, come find me, send an email, notify anybody on the ETHGlobal team, and we'll take immediate action. And the second most important thing here is that anything that you build here is going to be solely owned by you and your entire team. So any intellectual property that comes out of it, which means that your project only belongs to all the team members of that submission equally, and you are free to do whatever you want with it. So neither ETHGlobal, none of our partners, nobody else here has any rights to own or any rights to any intellectual property that comes out of your work, and you get to do whatever you want with your projects. That's only the important stuff that I covered, so I don't want to go too deep into everything that you need to know, but if there's anything that I missed, if you still have any questions, you can always find me or any other member on the ETHGlobal team, and we'll be happy to help clarify those questions. Now, I want to bring on a few people here to tell you about why they're partnering with us at this event, who they are, and some of the exciting things that they're working on. And we're going to bring on a few of our partners to tell you more. So let's get ready for our very first partner intro. And for this very first partner on stage, I want to bring on Sergey from 1inch to tell you more about 1inch and their history. So please welcome Sergey on stage.
So hi everyone, my name is Sergey Kunz. I'm co-founder of 1inch, and I'm very, very happy to stay here. I'm going to tell you why. Clicker doesn't work. No, okay. And hi Singapore, yes. So 1inch was born on the hackathon, Ethereum, New York. Yeah, and that's me. This guy here, it was second night. My body stopped to warm anymore, so I catch blanket, and yeah, I had actually no time to sleep, so it was really funny. We are hackers. I and my co-founder Anton, we were traveling around the globe, hunting prizes, and I think the second prize what we won in London we got just because we didn't give up. My bad. So it was really funny to travel around the globe, and I want to thank you to ETHGlobal that you give to hackers a platform where people can build own 1inch. And we from our side we started 2019, and actually first hackathon for myself was ETHGlobal in Singapore 6 years ago. So guys, you can build your own 1inch if you want. You can build maybe something else, but you can really build something out of just sitting over 2 nights. And we want to help you. We have $20,000 in prizes. So come to our booth if you want to hear more. Come to our booth to get some 1inch tokens to play around on the mainnet. Please build something based on our innovation, our cross-chain swaps, what we introduced 2 days ago. And if you have any questions, come to us. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Wow. It's always incredible to have somebody come on who got started at a hackathon. And it just always brings me joy to see 1inch come on and share their story, because I've seen all of them as hackathon projects and kind of now become such a massive success in this space. Is just amazing. All right, next up, I want to bring on Ian from WorldCoin. Please give Ian a big round of applause.
Thank you, Kartik. Hello, everyone. I'm Ian. I do DevRel and partnerships at Tools for Humanity, supporting the WorldCoin ecosystem. WorldCoin with World ID is answering this really big, important question. How do you know who or what is a real and unique person online? World ID is how we do this. With World ID, we use this device we've built called the Orb to make sure that you're actually a human, not a cat, not a dog, not a photo of a human, not a mannequin head. We use an iris code, a digital representation of the pattern of your irises, to check and make sure that you're unique and only sign up for World ID once. And then we verify your World ID, which is this self-custodial key pair stored in World App on your phone, so that you can then prove to other applications that you're a real human doing something only once, without revealing to anybody which real human you are. The Orb has been in development since early 2020 and gone through lots of different revisions. And the entire system is built to be privacy-first, decentralized, and open source. There's lots of different ways that you can use World ID, right? Customer incentives are one of my personal favorites. I want to see World ID be what brings back the 2-week free trial of Netflix. And we also built World ID to be super easy to integrate, whether you're doing it for web apps, mobile apps, or on-chain applications. You can use both sign in with World ID, very similar to like sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook, or incognito actions, which are more powerful, a little more Web3 native, and more customizable. We have 20K worth of prizes. You can read them here, but you probably want to just read them on the ETHGlobal website. It's a lot easier to read there, and there's more info. We also have WorldChain, our own OP Stack L2 coming in the near future. If you're interested in being given access to the developer preview, you can go to this link. My time's up. More info in a Notion page linked here. Thank you all very much.
Amazing. Thanks, Ian. Next up, I want to bring on Philip from Gnosis Chain.
Thank you. Yeah, so Gnosis Chain, we're actually presenting as well 10K USD worth in bounties, not just for Gnosis Chain, but also for the larger ecosystem, including Circles, Shutter, Dapnode, and a few other partners. So just to be very quick, here are the bounties. You can build with the Shutter-enabled Gnosis Chain, which is an encrypted mempool. So basically, make MEV safe for any transaction. Kind of similar to CowSwap that is limited to just exchanges, so as a DEX, but for any arbitrary transaction. With Dapnode, you can also build a package for Shutter, so an encryption RPC, fairly straightforward. Circles is a trust network, I guess in some ways similar to WorldCoin. The objective is to have, to prove that you are kind of a human and to build social money. Then you can also build with two partners who are Obol and Secret Network, or a cross-chain application with Hashi, which is our bridge aggregator. The objective is to make a very, very safe bridge by aggregating multiple different bridges to reach consensus and to basically make sure that everything is safe. And that's it for me. Happy hacking and have fun.
Awesome. All right, next up, I want to bring on Michael from AirDAO. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hi guys, Michael, CMO at AirDAO. Most people have taken this opportunity to tell you a little bit more about the prizes. Actually, I think this is a really good opportunity for us to just tell you a little bit more about ourselves. So just by way of quickly raising hands, how many of you have heard of AirDAO before today? Okay, very few of you. So that's why we've chosen to come here to ETHGlobal to spread some news about our ecosystem. We're looking to grow the ecosystem with builders and users, and we've got some really big targets over the next 12 months. So just to tell you a little bit more about the ecosystem is pretty fast. Our main aim is to show you guys that we're super accessible, very transparent, and easy to use. So a lot of the ecosystem is governed around the fact that we've got a really good UI UX, because we believe that that's going to be super important to onboard the next generation of users. So we're an open Ethereum fork, which means that the foundation of our blockchain is pretty strong. It's very scalable, fast and cheap. A typical transaction in our ecosystem is less than 1 cent. We are super decentralized. We've got 170 nodes inside the ecosystem spread across the globe, and we are EVM compatible. So if you're going to deploy and you're used to working with EVM, it should be pretty simple for you. So just to fly through, we've got communities all over the world. We're still very much a growing ecosystem, but we've made some really good strides over the last 2 years. We've actually been live since 2018. We were one of the first ICOs on Binance way back in the day, but we've pivoted from a B2B business to a B2C. So yeah, if you've got any questions, we are in the main hall. We've got 20K in prizes. We've tried to keep it as low entry barriers possible, just so you guys can experience what we have to offer. Thank you very much.
Amazing. All right, next up, I want to bring on Dennis from Mina. Please give him a big round of applause.
Yeah, hello everyone. How is Singapore going? So I will be telling you about something really cool. I'm Dennis. I'm an exploration engineer at Mina Protocol. So Mina is basically a layer 1 with programmable privacy, and it's a really tiny blockchain because it has a constant state size. Yeah, so the slides is not, oh yeah, so yeah, as I said, Mina is a, oh yeah, good. So Mina has like programmable privacy, and it's a constant size, and it enables you to build any kind of ZK application you want just using TypeScript as easy as you use TypeScript in your normal Web2 applications. And in the price, we have 20K across 2 tracks, and one of them is ProtoKit. ProtoKit enables you to build any kind of app chains you want by customizing your chains, and we are giving 14K USD for building your own ProtoKit app chains with Mina applications, with libraries and everything. And also we have ZK-Noid, which is the gaming SDK for building probable games on Mina, and it has any kind of, basically any kind of gaming primitives that you will need for building probable games on Mina. Yeah, and feel free to scan this QR code for joining our ETHGlobal Singapore developer support group, and yeah, see you around.
That was awesome. All right, next up, I want to bring on Prabal to talk about Avail. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hi everyone. This is clearly not my picture, but thanks. So we are doing what we are calling as the unification layer for Web3. Essentially, as part of that, we are building 3 products. Right now, we have Avail DA on production. That is what should relate you the most right now. It's a data availability focused base layer for trust minimized application to be running on top. Along with that, we are building Avail Nexus and Avail Fusion. The Nexus is kind of a verification hub so that the rollups can talk to one another. And Fusion is so that we can have additive cryptoeconomic guarantees to the base layer. And in Avail DA, what is it that makes it so special is that it can scale rollups and it can scale with rollups. So the more the rollups are there, the more data publication that it needs, the more the base layer can expand. And along with that, it doesn't make anything if we are making another layer which is not verifiable. We want to have end-user verifiability inside the DA, and that's why we are making this. In terms of what can be built on Avail, it's not very intuitive about what we can build on a DA layer, and that's why there are a lot of options that you can come and build. You can build L2s, L3s, app-specific chains, complex and execution environments, try out new stuff, try out these frameworks, and more. In terms of what we are trying to say is that just try things out about how your project and Avail DA can contribute to a unified Web3. In terms of the prices, I guess you guys can check it out yourself, but essentially just build some custom application which is as verifiable, or make a peer-to-peer address book which can make sure that Avail's light client peer-to-peer network is working well. Or just go ahead and build some cool stuff on Avail by something like an Arbitrum Orbit or a RISC-0 ZKVM or SP1, or just build a sovereign rollup. Or don't do any of that, just improve the tooling of the product, and we would love to have you. That's all from me. Thank you.
And last but not least, I want to bring on Shin from Sign.
All right, guys. This is Shin from Sign. So we're also a company started from ETHGlobal, actually. I think it's 4 years ago. We started eSign from an online hackathon during COVID. And in the very beginning, we're building like contract signing application. But later, we realized blockchain can be used on verify like contracts, transactions, like taxations, everything. So we scaled eSign from a pure application into a system where you can sign like different stuff on chain. So why? Like firstly, on chain means interoperability. Means like if you're KYC one time and you have an on-chain label, on-chain taxations, all the other applications can read from it. And also, blockchain is the most powerful verification system. You think about it, it's global with zero cost. So you've never seen something like this before. And third one, I would say, is autonomous. Means I don't think AI agents or all the AI system will really trust centralized API system, but they will trust smart contract. They will trust something on chain. So this is how you can build a sign protocol. You simply create a schema, you make attestations, and you create from our SDK. And the highlight features are like we're omni-chain, so on most of the Ethereum layer 2s, you can find our smart contracts. If not, you tell us, we will deploy in 20 minutes. And also we have hooks, so basically you can streamline a lot of stuff. Like say if you want to trigger something with your on-chain attestation to trigger like say other transaction or stuff is definitely doable. And later, the third one, if you're not very comfortable by signing too much information on-chain, we'll have a ZK attestations. Basically, you can use ZK proof to make sure it's all okay. And that's it. I think the vision is very clear. Let's build. See you guys.
Those were our 7 incredible partners, but there's a lot more that are giving away prizes, and I'll just quickly summarize how you can win $325,000+ in prizes. We have 1inch AirDAO, Avail, Gnosis Chain, Mina, ETHSign, Uniswap Foundation, and WorldCoin, giving each up to $20,000 in prizes. Then Chainlink, Circle, Dynamic, ENS, Ethereum Foundation, Flow, The Graph, and Hedera are giving up to $10,000 each in prizes. And Hyperlane, Layer 0, Near, Nethermind, Oasis, and Rootstock are also doing $10,000. And Phoenix, Gaia, Ledger, MetaMask, Linea, Morph, NounceDAO, Fala Network, Pith, and Reown are giving up to $5,000 each. All those details are on the prizes section on the event website, which is ethglobal.com/Singapore. There you can see specifically how you can qualify each of these prizes, what you must meet as a condition to win any of these prizes, and any links to the documentation, already half-done GitHub repos that you can just clone and build on top of, and also any of the workshops that they just did to explain to you how each of their protocols work. All that is available on the prizes section, and you get to win, or you get to learn about how you get to win all these prizes and learn all the specific criteria you need to meet directly on the website. That is everything we wanted you to know. So if you are still looking for a team, at 9:30 p.m., which is 25 minutes from now, in workshop room number 1, if you are looking for a team, or if you want somebody to join your team, you can head over to that room, and Pascal and Kevin are going to be running a workshop to help you meet more team members or find a new member to join your team, or come up with ideas to build a project, and that's happening in just 25 minutes. And finally, please pace yourself. We don't want this to be exhausting to you. The whole goal for all of these events is to help you experiment with all the things that are possible and help rebuild this new internet and shape our decentralized future. We want you to have fun. We want you to learn something. And at the end of the day, even if you don't get to finish everything that you wanted to do, use this as a checkpoint and still showcase how much closer you got to this, and be proud of everything that you're going to be able to achieve by Sunday. So this is very much about learning and experimentation. And with that, let's get hacking. Thanks, everybody.